my name is Paul Wright. I am the UK Country Manager for AppsFlyer. AppsFlyer, in case you're not aware, is a leader in mobile attribution and mobile analytics. We are enabling any app owner, any advertiser looking to get into the mobile space to better track, evaluate and optimize their digital spend. Obviously, it's critically important that advertisers are able to not only acquire new users these days, but retain them and understand them. And really that's where the power of AppsFlyer comes into play. First and foremost, I think advertisers find mobile quite daunting, so it's important just to break these down into easily digestible and bite-sized chunks. So what we're really talking about here is, first of all, the install, making sure that users have the application on the device. Once it's on the device, stage 2 is about understanding the in-app events. So these are, broadly speaking, somebody's added something to a basket, or somebody's logged in, somebody's completed a tutorial on a game. The natural evolution then, once we understand these sort of broader in-app events, is to go to the rich, more valuable sort of metadata. We talk about rich in-app events here, and let me give you an example. So somebody who's added a product to a basket, you want to understand what that product is, the value of it, the date it was added to the basket, if it's an item of clothing, the size, the color. These rich events that take place enable you to understand and better optimize the consumer journey, but also then your repeat acquisition strategies going forward. If you then want to take it to the next level, this is level 4, we're talking about the re-engagement and the retention of those users. So communicating once a user's become dormant, asking them to come back to your business, or hey, you added this product to your basket, I now want to understand why you didn't check out in the first place. Were you looking for something else? And then level 5 is really understanding that user doesn't just engage with your business at a mobile level, but across all digital channels. So now a user who has perhaps been acquired through mobile, but then goes on to spend through desktop or in-store, you need to understand and tie back all those touch points and understand that the user has a much broader value to your business. And then when it comes to acquiring new customers through mobile, you now understand that actually you can be a little more aggressive, because you now know that user doesn't, let's say, bring in $100 worth of revenue, but the whole picture suggests that they bring in $1,000 worth of revenue. So a much broader picture. As I say, there's 5 stages there, and I think those are stages that people can easily achieve by tweaking a few things at each level. Perhaps slightly wrongly, I think people assume that mobile is very difficult to measure. And actually there's well-known, tried and tested solutions like AppsFlyer in the marketplace that empower people to do that. Of course, there's the stages that we spoke about. Understanding, first of all, I want to track the basics. Then after that, my evolution of my campaigns is going to become a little bit more sophisticated, and therefore I want to sort of configure a few more options within our tracking capabilities. So really I think the barriers aren't a technical barrier, it's more of an appetite in the marketplace, but also knowledge and understanding that there are these solutions available today. People just need to embrace them and learn from them. What we're doing here is multiplying the number of platforms and technologies that advertisers are using, their entire tech stack, but then also looking across different channels here. So we're dealing with an incredibly fragmented ecosystem, and having the desire and capabilities to tie all that together can be daunting, challenging, and we soon realize that actually there's no one solution that fits all. Really what you need to do is work with smarter companies who can enable you to connect all the dots. We certainly at AppsFlyer are trying to do this by integrating with 1,500 networks, where we can both see traffic in, the value of that traffic, but also then share that traffic or those metrics out to other technology platforms that complement our own. So we're certainly embracing this connected ecosystem and enabling advertisers to become more connected. And really I think we're getting there is the answer. We're not 100% there yet, it is challenging, but for those that are really driving the industry forward, we're there to support them. We're only growing because of the success of the product and the sort of appetite in the marketplaces. You mentioned London, that's a new office for us. We also launched Berlin in conjunction. I believe that brings us up to 11 offices now. And really that's indicative of our approach to the market. We are a service and support driven organization, not just a outward outbound sales organization. So what we're trying to do is respond to the market needs. We're trying to say, yes, we're going to be here, we can have those face-to-face meetings, and we can give you that greater level of support. In terms of the product, obviously that continues to evolve. Every single week it feels like there's something new right now. Just recently, a huge overhaul of our interface. I invite everybody to check it out. It looks absolutely stunning. But the power behind that now is enabling advertisers to slice and dice and carve and analyze that data in much more powerful ways than was ever possible. But also, the more sophisticated advertisers out there are looking at changing attribution windows by network source. Again, we've responded to that desire and we've built those out as well. So, broadly speaking, there's those small tweaks here and there, but we're really about expanding the service and then continuing to build those strong market-leading features that the market wants to have, not taking to market things that we think are nice to haves.